Hi guys. So I am recording this from Florida, and in a couple of days I might not have internet or electricity. We are waiting for Hurricane Dorian that might hit the coast in Florida or might hit higher up. Um, and it has been interesting to see the preparations here the last days, and everything from panic, going to the supermarket, no water left, no snacks, the things that you don't have to refrigerate, for example. Had the house that I'm in, all the windows are like barricaded with wood, and just see the preparations and kind of partly the panic that happens when there is this kind of warning that this could be the worst hurricane in years here. And also knowing in 2017 and 18 the damages that were from the last hurricanes, both in Puerto Rico and Bahamas and here in Florida. And I'm thinking about the Jinkies that we are transiting right now, the 40, which is in the sun, and the 37 with the Earth right now, and the shadow frequencies of weakness and exhaustion. And I can see a lot of that kind of despondency, that people are panicking. And I was going to buy a torch as well, and there I went to 3 places and no torches left. So just kind of seeing the mass panic happening. And at the same time, right now the weather is quite nice. It's been raining heavily in moments, but then the sun comes through and there are rainbows, and you can even go to the beach. So kind of this threat that is coming, but it's not here yet. And we're kind of not living in the now, but preparing for what could come on Monday or Tuesday. So just being really aware of that those shadow frequencies and the fear that are fueling that. And then at the same time, the higher frequencies that, really see that when this kind of thing happens, kind of, you could say they were all equal. That's the gift frequency of the 37. It's like, it's going to hit my house, it's going to hit your house. And the solutions, which is the gift frequency of the 40, it's kind of the solutions that you can find are the same solutions, or there's only really one solution when this happens: to be prepared and to protect yourself, your loved ones, and the material things like your house and your car and all these things, right? And then what I can also see, it's really the kind of community feeling at the same time. When you go to the supermarket, it kind of feels like everybody's competing against each other. But when you come to the neighborhood and with the neighbors, then there is this, kind of community feeling of getting prepared, and the neighbor saying, I have all the candy, like nobody's blood sugar is going to get low in this hurricane, and kind of giving each other like batteries to whatever, the radio, so that we can still hear whatever happens on the news if we don't have electricity. And like really this feeling of sharing and kind of the tenderness that comes when we care for each other, which is the city of the 37. And ultimately, what happens right now, it's like you kind of have to just trust divine will. I was considering going to LA this week. I'm supposed to leave next week, and there was something in me that said, oh, maybe it's better to go now. So like my mind trying to find solutions. And then I really couldn't feel that I could gather that energy yesterday to even like really start. I looked at a couple of flights, and it looked like a lot of things were sold out, and it just felt exhausting. So really the shadow frequency of that 40. And then I just tuned into my sacral and my spleen, which are both very defined, and I didn't feel like I was in danger. I did feel uncomfortable because of the windows, that I can't see daylight, and that kind of experience with a supermarket. At the same time, in my body, in myself, in my community, I didn't feel like I was in danger. So I decided to stay, and also this kind of quality of tuning into whatever is going to be is going to be, and we don't know what Mother Earth is going to do. Either the storm is going to hit land here, it's going to stay in the sea, it's going to go up to North Carolina. And there's something like even beautiful in being able to surrender, to say I've prepared what I can prepare, and I trust that whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And even being able to like speak to people at home in Europe and say, you know, I feel like this is the right thing to do, and have them trust with you and actually give them a sense of calm. So yeah, this is my little world right now, and I hope I'm going to be able to be online. They say that electricity could go out for days if it gets as bad or worse as the hurricane that was last year. So we'll see what happens. So thank you, guys.